This presentation of 4 Deep Sports Talk is brought to you by PTU Clinic. Find out about Bridgewater and Buzzards Bay's newest physical therapy clinic and what they have to offer at ptuclinic.com. Adria Restaurant and Banquet Facility located at 436 Oak Street in East Bridgewater. Visit adriarestaurant.net. And by Diesel Direct, your reliable source for fuel delivery. Head over to dieseldirect.com for more.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM Attleboro. We are here today with our special guest, TJ. And, what else do I have to say?
Just a commercial.
Okay, all right. A little commercial. This segment of 4 Deep Sports Talk is brought to you by Diesel Direct. Diesel Direct, the national fuel resource, boosts a fleet of 900 fuel trucks in 46 states. 4 Deep Sports Talk would like to congratulate Diesel Direct on its 25th anniversary. Thank you, Diesel Direct, for your unwavering support for helping athletes in southeastern Massachusetts.
Nicely done. Now, what's your first question?
Okay, my first question.
I just thought you'd dive into it because you're
might as well.
Let's go right into it.
All right.
Hammer him.
Okay.
Well, who do we have in here?
We have
you
TJ.
You just said TJ.
Yeah,
You know
I
his
did.
last name?
Albin.
And who is he?
He's just one of our former interns
There
from
you
back
go.
in the day.
There you go. Just for everybody out there who's listening and watching us on TikTok over here.
So on the subject of that, what happened on your first day at 4 Deep?
Oh, Dom threw me right under the bus. Let's put it like that.
No.
Go right under. No, so I come in and I came in for like what is like a little meet and greet with you, interview kind of deal. And we're talking for a little bit. It's like maybe 10, 15 minutes before the show. He's like, "All right, you ready to go?" And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, you're coming on." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." At the same time, I'm trying to figure out, okay, am I good for this? Or it's like, what's going on here? Like, I'm just getting thrown right into it. Just thrown right into the fire. I love it.
Well, TJ, you're not alone.
Oh,
You did that with everybody. Look, I'm still here.
Exactly.
Definitely not alone.
Now, was it here or was it the old station?
Just here.
Okay.
Here, but the other studio, the old studio.
Yep.
That old
Taunton.
setup. No, I'm saying here. Like,
It was here.
It was
Attleboro.
Yeah, it
The
was
old
here.
setup
in
on
the,
other
You're the only
setup.
one. You're the only one, but that remembers the other station.
Okay,
Probably
gotcha.
I still like how it's the new when you do the intro. It's the new station.
the news station.
It's still the new station after how long you've been here.
A long time. No, news. I'm trying to say news station.
Trying to
I
say
heard
news.
Yeah, probably. Well, it is a news station, considering back over there
I
back
just
in the
forgot to
day.
bring that up because I'm like I was listening to some old stuff and I was
Nice.
watching the last time I was on here.
Yeah.
Which was actually 2 years ago to the day.
Really?
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause I
2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago because I came on to promote Showcase.
Yeah.
Promote Showcase, do the event, and I was just like, because I was curious. I'm like, when was the last time I was on? Because I remember I came on. I remember because I was like, oh God, what did I wear that day? No, because I remember I was like looking, and I'm like, okay, why did I wear that? Why did I wear that? Let's try doing something different this time.
And
But
you were promoting wrestling at the time.
I was promoting wrestling, exactly. I was promoting wrestling at the time, but now I'm here to promote me.
That's right.
Which is awesome. We're
It's great.
so excited to have you back.
And I appreciate you guys having me. I love it.
It's great. Your journey has continued, and love to hear all about it.
Absolutely. Fire away.
You ready?
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
Come on, I know you got the.
I do, but I want to make sure the big guy got his questions. The guys got their questions in.
Yep.
So if you, please.
Want me to go first? All right.
Yes, sir. I'll
Here we
second.
go.
So
that's
you've
true.
met, right?
Yes.
You've
Met Maddie, yep.
Okay.
Yes. Also an intern.
Yes. Who got thrown into the bus also.
Welcome to the fire.
So I'll start off. I know you're working at ABC6, so I was just going to ask, how did you kind of get interested in doing this type of thing as a profession?
As far as like what like the communication side of it goes, like
Yeah,
as far as
just kind of the whole thing. Just
So I know we were talking before about this, and what's funny is that this wasn't my original like profession. What I wanted to go into, I originally wanted to go into teaching. I went to Bristol Community College. I wanted to be a teacher, and what's funny is that after my first semester, I did all the courses, and I sat down with my mom. I sat down with my mom and my dad. I said, "I love you guys, but do I want to be in school all year? No." I said, I want to try to find something that I enjoy and I love to do every single day. And at the same time, I was also doing a radio show at Bristol Community College called If Factor, which would cover all wrestling, like kind of like an extended of what I was doing with my podcast after college. And I loved it. I fell in love with the idea of, broadcasting, radio, working behind the scenes, because that's where the magic is.
Yep.
It's like you get to see all, everything done fresh.
Oh,
but it's like, what about behind the scenes? Let me watch the bread get made. Let me just watch everything get made, And it's crazy. It's crazy just to see, the behind the scenes of it all, especially, here. You get to see it all behind here.
Right. And, just a shout out to Fall River Community Media, because that's where I had my own Bristol Community College radio show. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing what does go on behind the scenes.
Exactly.
You learn a lot, put it that way.
You do.
Because that was not my first love either. When I went into broadcasting with Dom, I wanted to be an actual broadcaster like Hazel May. And that was my shot, and I thought, okay, I'll have my own radio show here and get some people on, start talking. But when I saw the studio and all the buttons on that board, I was like, it lit up. And I thought, I want to learn how to do this. I want to learn how to video.
It's when the gears start turning.
Oh, yeah.
It's just when everything
all
starts
these
turning.
Things kind of flood through your mind.
What else can you do? What else can you do to add to the excitement? And that's what I love about it. And that's what I love to do.
And make it better.
Exactly.
Some great people over there. Shout out to FRC Media.
Yeah.
I know you've been involved over there.
I have.
We had some of the best teachers in broadcasting.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rick Ribello, who runs the program over there, and Shelley and Joan Fernandez. She retired, by the way. Yeah.
Good for her.
So it's only the both of them, but they're bringing on some interesting prospects, should we say.
That's awesome.
But I always tell everybody, remember where you came from.
Absolutely.
Your roots.
There you go.
Exactly.
You'll remember this,
I will.
Manny. You will.
I'm sure I will.
You'll appreciate it. You know what? What's funny is that I appreciate it now. I appreciate what I did at the time. Because I was telling Dom just outside a little bit. It's like remembering all those games, those calling those games, traveling with him to different basketball like basketball gymnasiums, calling those different games was actually exciting. I was a nervous kid. And I know you called me nervous as well. I listened the other day. I was a shy kid, which is true. I was very shy when I started. But then I don't know what happened. Just something clicked. And that was kind of like the cool thing about it. It's like I got to see that click. And now it's like I'm just chasing that click and just keep going with it,
I think you settled into who I thought you were going to be anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a matter as Lucy was terrified her first time.
Oh, I was.
You know,
I was.
she
like
did.
everyone else here.
And her questions were always, what do you want me to do? What are we doing next? what should I be doing right now?
Well, I'm one of those who likes to plan.
Right.
If I have an idea of what's coming up next or what I should be doing to help that, then I want to know,
See, that's the problem. I can't plan. And I'll give you guys an example. So I did a video back in May of the ocean race in Newport. And I went to Newport, had an original idea for what I was going to do. And the next thing you know, I got a couple phone calls to do a couple different things. And next thing you know, my whole idea changed. And producer's coming up to me. He's like, he tells me, you got to stick to the plan. And I'm like, I will. Yeah. But I had a couple of things. I wanted to do. I called a couple different companies. I got to actually take a ride in a helicopter.
Nice.
Oh, that's
kind of
cool.
Yeah. No, it was actually pretty cool. I got to ride in a helicopter and shoot video from up in the sky of Newport for the ocean race. Nobody knew about it for the day. I didn't tell anybody this. I didn't tell anybody until my editor called me and said, "Are you in a helicopter?" And I'm like,
Ruh-roh.
I said maybe. I said maybe. He's like, all right, and he just hangs up the phone. He just hangs up the phone. He calls me later. He's like, because there's a lot going on. It's a lot of moving parts, but it's also I didn't tell anybody. But it's also like I'm glad I didn't because it came out even better.
Yeah.
Like I got
I
got a great reaction out of it,
Good.
which is cool.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what
And
do you
it's
got?
good to spring
sorry.
surprises on them.
That's what I love.
Every once in a while, it's great. It builds character over there, and it doesn't go stale.
It's exciting. I love it.
So what do you got, Jay?
What do you guys?
Okay. Do you know the latest wrestling news?
I love that.
Surprisingly, no. I still try to follow it here and there. Just when it comes to my work, like the work ethic now that I'm kind of like putting forward for everything I'm doing, working behind the scenes in front of the camera, doing everything. I've been more geared towards that, trying to make the next best product for myself and for social media. That's just what I've been kind of focusing on. For wrestling, I still follow it here and there, but I don't try to keep up on it. I'm actually planning my next trip forward to Philly, so I'm actually excited.
Oh, really? You're going to go to WrestleMania?
I'm going to WrestleMania again, yeah.
Wow.
Will you be covering that for Channel 6 again? Maybe?
I cannot, maybe not. I don't know. Hopefully, if they're watching.
So tell our audience, what exactly did you do while you were in the wrestling?
Oh, in the
arena?
industry. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So as far as like when I did the wrestling stuff, I was a ring announcer. I also trained with Showcase at the time, and gaining a little more in my craft. If it wasn't like again this Four Deep, this internship has also brought me a lot of new connections, and one was Showcase with Chris Blackheart, Chris Ireland. It's been great. Him and I still talk here and there. I haven't been performing as much, just because, like I said, just because of the schedule. But I do still have a passion for that, and I would love to try to get back in there like as soon as I can. But I want to try to earn more with where I'm at right now, making this opportunity mean something.
Knowledge is everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, knowledge is power. Mm-hmm. What do you got, old man? I'll just let you guys go through your questions because I'm just warming up.
He's got the curveball coming.
That's right.
He's got the curve.
I think actually we should take our first break here.
All right,
there you
very
go.
good. So we'll try this out. All right, you're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA. We'll be back with more right after this.
To Physical Therapy U. I'm Kelly Duggan, Doctor of Physical Therapy and the owner of PTU Clinic. Here at PTU, you're more than a patient and we're more than physical therapy. We offer massage, physical therapy, occupational therapy, personal training, and sport-specific performance training. We treat people and athletes of all ages and all levels of experience. Our beautiful 4,500 square foot facility located at 75 Scotland Boulevard in Bridgewater, Mass. is unlike any clinic you've seen. Our large space, along with our new COVID guidelines, allow us to treat you in the safest way. Your success in meeting your goals is our top priority. Whether you're recovering from a surgery or you're elevating your performance, we are the right clinic for you. Call us at 508-697-2000 or email us at ptuclinic@gmail.com. Check out our website at www.ptuclinic.com.
My junior year of college, I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
So my uncle, he works here for like 40 plus years, and he said, choose Diesel Direct, don't go nowhere else.
Lo que me inspiró a mí fue mi hijastro, cuando él se graduó con su CDF.
I was telling my stepdad and my brother, hey, you know, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I was showing them the type of income that I was making. The equipment that we have at Diesel Direct is the best.
I aim to go in the big unit, the tractor trailer, so I'm trying to work myself up.
I never really had a career before this, but I just want to do my job well and be accepted. And I feel like a lot of people, that's all they want, right? And you definitely get that here.
And we're back here at WARA 1320 AM for Deep Sports Talk. We've been here at Dom, Sportsmaster, Justin Ferreira, KC, Paparazzi, Self. I'm here, Matt Clayman, and we've been highlighting TJ Albin, former intern, who has returned for an interview or be put in the hot seat.
That's right.
Rather.
With the rest of them.
Love it.
The rest of us. So
I love it.
I'll just go into my next question here.
There we go.
What are some of the responsibilities of your day-to-day things that you do at your job?
Yeah, absolutely. So for what I do over at ABC6, I am a technical director, master control operator, and a digital content creator, digital reporter. So every day changes for me when it comes to the surroundings of my job. So I work behind the scenes, working with on-camera stuff, working with talent, working with producers to put together a show. Basically, as a technical director, what I'm doing is kind of guiding the show. I'm driving the ship and making sure that my co-pilot, for example, a producer, making sure that their show's going as smooth as possible. And I'm also communicating with every single department, from sports to weather to editing, making sure that show goes as smooth as possible. Now, on the other end of it, from the on-cam stuff, doing the digital content, I'm coming up with different ideas. I'm coming up with different stories that I would love to see. One thing I mentioned to ABC6 is I want to focus on talking about local community stuff. I want to try to create an outreach for local businesses, create the opportunity to tell those stories, because those are the little guys. And that's what makes a community together, is those local businesses, those small businesses. And I've been able to kind of do that with the stories I've been able to tell. So it's been kind of cool. It's been a lot of fun telling those stories.
So, with your experience, from what you learned here, what could you pass on to interns now or future interns that are listening that might want to take this in the summer? Come and contact us.
Yeah, it's about making the opportunities mean something, especially with 4 Deep Sports Talk. Truthfully, at the time, I love sports, but I never thought I would want to broadcast it. I never thought I wanted to be doing that stuff. I just kind of wanted to, talk about wrestling. That's all I wanted to really do. But getting the bug from Dom, getting the, the adrenaline from it, just talking about sports, working with seeing these different kids perform for 4 Deep. It's been amazing. Just making the opportunity mean something, talking behind the scenes, setting up the cameras, setting up the equipment, getting to where you need to be, making sure you're set up correctly, getting your lineups. What else? Going over the play-by-play stuff, going over color commentary. I've had a lot of different memories here, and I've been excited to come back and talk about them. And I love coming back here and talking about them. I still reminisce. I still look at some old photos, look at some old videos. For example, New England Bobcats.
Yeah.
We called that game.
Oh
that was a fun game.
Yeah.
That was a fun game between you and I.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
No, it was a lot of fun. Just calling that kind of stuff, or just like I said, we were talking about the Trojans the other day, just a little while ago.
Oh yeah, the Catholic Memorial game. Yeah,
talking about that game. That was one of my favorite games to call with you and I. It was just amazing to kind of be around that and to be around these different atmospheres, and to be able to have that opportunity now to find my own little way to push that out, to find my own little way to create my own little excitement with these different stories is amazing.
Experience is everything.
Absolutely.
The more you learn about, you mentioned setting up a camera. And, it's not just talking in front of a microphone. There's a lot behind the scenes, doing your homework, right, guys?
Yep, absolutely. Exactly.
Who we have in every week. It's planning ahead. It's like you said, that's 3 jobs that you're doing over there at ABC.
I am. And it's
interesting.
Amazing. It is. It's a lot. It's a lot, and I put it on myself. I put it on myself to gain more knowledge. And with ABC6, they've given me the opportunity to actually grow as an individual in different ways than they could expect. I started off as Master Control. There was an opportunity to go into the digital content stuff, and I took it. And then on top of that, recently I've been directing shows. And I've been getting better and better and better. And that's what I love about it, is that they're giving me the opportunity. They're giving me that opportunity to seize it and then move forward with it. And I'm willing to go above and beyond for it every time. I'll take the ball and run with it as much as I can.
You're a model intern. That's all I have to say.
So when does your day start? What's your hours?
I'm a night person, so it's 2 p.m. to 1 a.m.
And that's when usually things get going.
Yeah, so I work the night news. I work the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock news, and then the 11 o'clock. So if I'm not directing, or if I'm not in those days, if anything, I'm still doing the 2 to 11 when it comes to my hours to do my digital content stuff.
Now, besides the talent, how many cameras, how many producers, audio, video are all involved in a
How many people are
totally
part
involved.
of the team that are you involved with?
Too many to count. I mean, every show's different. Every show's different when it comes to producer and when it comes to talent. We might have a 2-anchor show. We might have a 1-anchor show. Depending on the day, when it comes to reporting the news, we might have 2 reporters on live. We might have 1 reporter. It's all about what's in that moment.
Happening out
what's
there.
happening at that moment. You know, especially for example with the Washington Bridge stuff. We had
Oh my
everybody
goodness, the
working on
traffic
that.
is unbelievable over
It's
there.
nuts. It's nuts. And I was in the hot seat directing for that, so everything was changing on the fly. So that was, I think, my 3rd week directing.
Wow.
So just kind of being thrown into that is kind of, it's tough. Like, but you got to learn to, maneuver yourself. Like, you got to learn to maneuver and try to just move forward and try to do the best you can. Mm-hmm. And you just, if anything, if you make a mistake, you learn from it.
Exactly.
You write it down, you learn from it, and you just make sure you don't do it the next time.
Sort of like here.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Good pinch there for a second. Sciatic nerve, excuse me. What do you got, sir?
What do you got?
I got. What's the best part about 4 Deep?
The memories, really. The memories and the opportunities that Dom has given me. If it wasn't for here, I feel like I wouldn't be where I'm at. To be
There you
honest,
go. So you've been able to apply
I've been able
everything
to,
that you've learned here
exactly
over there.
Exactly.
And who knows,
Well, not even just here. It's just like everything I've done. I was during this. I was also in sales, so learning to communicate with people, getting over that shyness from here to go into my sales job. From here, I also was able to go to Nessun, work behind the scenes at Nessun. Taking these tasks and different things that I learned from here to putting it out there to like Nessun, to a big company like that, and then on top of that with ABC6, it's just been real blessing, honestly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plus, you're close to home, right? What's it, like 20 minutes away?
20, 30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, that must be cool.
That's not bad.
It's great.
So that's a 3rd one. So Brian was Nessun, Brittany.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that they were able to get their feet wet with that, too. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Mm-hmm. See what you're looking forward to? That's like, what are you talking about?
But you know what drives TJ? It's that passion. You've got the passion for
That's all
it.
you need.
I do.
And then you just take off. Mm-hmm. I find the same way with
Seize the opportunities.
You do, and that's what I'm saying is that like I said with the digital content stuff, it's just I saw an opening, I saw an opportunity. You got to make most of it. Mm-hmm. Like it's like I'll even say it to you, Matt.
Yeah.
You've been here how long now as an intern?
Probably 4 shows, probably like a month, I think.
About a month, yeah.
That's about right.
Anything you can get your hands on with 4 Deep Sports Talk, make that moment mean something. Mm-hmm. You can go to a game and call a game or set up the equipment, take it all in, learn it. And if anything, study it a little more. Study the lineup, study the game. If you can do that, you're gonna master this.
It's good because I'm able to do it here, like learning this stuff, all the radio side of everything, and then at the high school, I'm able to do play-by-play and commentating for basketball and football, and I've learned some of the equipment there too. So it kind of, and then plus this, it's helping me out, I would say.
Yeah, now he's learning how we set up the live stream.
Nice.
I mean, like what you did on location. So he's seeing that, seeing how the wireless works, all that other stuff. And I'm trying eventually. I'm trying to get behind the scenes to talk to maybe some of the players. Get the wireless mic.
Coaches.
Yeah, talk to some of the kids, and I'm not going to push him. Well, I will push him, but he just doesn't know yet. Because I know he's a good kid, and that's the first thing I look for is like when you meet somebody. Mm-hmm. I mean, I met Casey's parents and Justin's parents. Mm-hmm. You guys, I met through different, the director at the time
but we had Maddie's grandmother in here a couple of weeks ago.
That's right.
Mom.
Yeah, I'm sorry, your mom.
Yeah,
your
she
mom,
called in.
And that was wonderful. It was so
she
cool.
She called in and wanted to let her know
her
her son was doing a good job.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
awesome.
Yeah, so she called in. Grandmother, no, that was Casey.
That was Justin's.
Justin's grandmother came in,
She was
right?
there.
Yeah.
She came in, yeah.
Yeah.
But
it was cool.
yeah, it's pretty
very
cool. So
That's amazing.
it's you can pretty much tell if a kid. At least I feel like I can tell. So far, I'm doing okay. If the kid was either, I hate to use the cliche, either dragged up or brought up. You know what I mean? You can tell they come from a good upbringing and they're just nervous.
Yeah.
And as long as you show them support, everyone's going to fall down. Everyone's going to, everyone's going to make a mistake. It's how you learn from that mistake.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think this is being kicked back. I mean, Brian Broad used to say, what's the biggest thing he learned was like, gotta go, get it done, but do it smartly. That was Brian's thing, And Brian already had a lot more experience than probably anyone I ever taught. Or had a chance to interact with, I should say. Mm-hmm. So he was like, he'd give me all a wisecracking all the time. Well, I'm going to slow down. So no, you're not going to slow down. We got to get this ready. It was like 15 minutes before production, and then Brian would say, I forgot to tell you, I fixed it 15 minutes ago. I'm like, you son of a gun. And I'm like, I'm going to leave. He said, you're going to leave when you're in production? Who's going to call the game? I said, I don't know, and I don't care right now. So he's probably the only one that actually got me, like, at that point. You know, and it took me a couple seconds to say, oh, I see what you're doing. I'll get you back. So, but, yeah, that was cool. I've been very lucky to have a lot of good people come from BCC, Quinnipiac, BC,
Joe
all
Dez
different
out
colleges.
there, Michigan State.
Yeah, Joe Dez. He was a Bishop Fiend kid,
Okay.
and he came in and did volunteer work, like volunteer internship, like Maddie. And he might be coming back for a summer internship.
Oh, that's awesome.
But this will be his sophomore. You think he'll be going on his junior year.
Yeah.
And
Love
so
to get him back
just
in
to
here,
get
see what
lucky
he's at.
to get those type of individuals in here to be part of this program, I think it shows the program off a little bit.
Yep.
And so it's good. It's there for all the kids that want to have a chance to learn a little bit about communication and live streaming on location, And then the other thing we're offering that they're offering with BTV is a chance to go to, and Lucy almost did it a couple of years ago. Go in March and do the college Division II CACC tournament,
Nice.
and do the big 9-shoot production truck, and you know what I mean. When I was a TV timeout guy, I raised my hand, and everyone would look at me. Why are you putting your pen? Because they told me to. You know what I mean? Because the men and the women would have different TV timeouts on college TV ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just put my hand up, but it's good. You learn. You get to look in the truck. You get to learn a camera.
Definitely teamwork there.
And it's a lot of teamwork. And plus, they put you up in a nice hotel. You get to pry other people's brains on stuff. Like I still pry John's brain sometimes when Premier's messing up or Avid.
Yeah.
Remember John Luck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good that I'm blessed with that chance to let all you people interact with those other people that I think they can help you out. You know what I mean?
And that's a cool thing is the connections that you can make,
Yeah.
like the different connections. I'm still even doing that myself. Learning from minds like Tiffany Murphy or even John DeLuca, who's been with ABC6 for close to 25 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
So to kind of pick his brain every night, or even to pick Tiffany's brain every night for the two anchors to give me the time of day to kind of talk to me. I learned from them. Every video I do, I ask them, okay, what could I have done? And what can I do to make it even better?
And they'll tell you.
And they will. That's what I'm saying. Is that connection that you can have with with them is great.
Right. All right. We are going to take our second break. We have TJ Albin, former intern of 4 Deep Sports Talk, now with Fox Channel 6 News, ABC News. We'll be back with him and more right after this.
Physical Therapy U. I'm Kelly Duggan, Doctor of Physical Therapy and the owner of PTU Clinic. Here at PTU, you're more than a patient and we're more than physical therapy. We offer massage, physical therapy, occupational therapy, personal training, and sport-specific performance training. We treat people and athletes of all ages and all levels of experience. Our beautiful 4,500 square foot facility located at 75 Scotland Boulevard in Bridgewater, Mass. is unlike any clinic you've seen. Our large space, along with our new COVID guidelines, allow us to treat you in the safest way. Your success in meeting your goals is our top priority. Whether you're recovering from a surgery or you're elevating your performance, we are the right clinic for you. Call us at 508-697-2000 or email us at ptuclinic@gmail.com. Check out our website at www.ptuclinic.com.
My junior year of college, I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
So my uncle, he works here for like 40 plus years, and he said, choose Diesel Direct, don't go nowhere else.
Lo que me inspiró a mí fue mi hijastro, cuando él se graduó con su CDF.
I was telling my stepdad and my brother, hey, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I was showing them the type of income that I was making. The equipment that we have at Diesel Direct is the best.
I aim to go in the big unit, the tractor trailer, so I'm trying to work myself up.
I never really had a career before this, but I just want to do my job well and be accepted. And I feel like a lot of people, that's all they want, right? And you definitely get that here.
And we are back here on 4 Deep Sports Talk Live, WARA 1320 AM. If you want to call in, the phone number is 508-222-1320. And we've been interviewing TJ Albin, former intern, AB6 News.
That's right, AB6 News, baby.
AB6 News.
ABC.
Make sure we get that right. So I'll just go straight into my question here. What are some of the things that you think you're looking at to do in the future, if you want to expand or grow in any sense?
One thing I've said to a lot of people, my favorite video is the next video. I love to make every video something different, make it even better. So the opportunities for making that video the next big thing, I would love to do. As far as what I'm hoping to do, I'm very happy where I'm at. But the goal is never to settle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to exceed that bar. You want to keep going and going and going. If you can make that goal even bigger, go for it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've been thinking.
Is there any certain project that comes to mind that you want to dive into that you haven't dove into yet? No matter what it is,
something
sports.
you wish you could do?
Because you talked about local community too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just know if there's something else, another project that might have come to mind besides that.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. I feel like what I've done so far is great. What I've done so far is great. But it's never. I'll say it's never enough. I'll put it like that, because I feel like there's more to different stories that I could go on. If I could go even longer with my stories, I would. But unfortunately, they tell me you got to edit it down a little bit.
Right.
But to say this, I enjoy telling every story I can. And that's why I enjoy, doing what I do. It feels good to do. One example I will say for WrestleMania. I know it's not local, but I talked about close to 100 people at WrestleMania on 3 different days. On 3 different days, I talked to close to about 100 people from all over the world about one thing, that was wrestling.
I saw that. That was when you were in California, right?
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I was jealous. I wish I was there. I could hold the camera for you or something.
Well, my camera almost got robbed twice on me, so I will say that.
No way.
My God.
Oh, no, seriously.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Really?
How?
So, because I'm it's just me with my podcast, like with my tripod that I brought in today.
Yeah.
And just these kids kept coming over, like looking at my phone, watching the video, and I'm like, okay, thank you.
Tell they were up to no good. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is what it is. It is what it is, but you learn from that. So that's why every story I do, I learn to, okay, what can I do to, shrink the equipment? I had a big equipment set up with me, so, okay, how can I condense that equipment? When it comes to interviews, how can I condense my interviews? Because I'll be honest, I do a lot of B-roll. I've invested in close to the Apple cloud storage a lot, so I'm upgrading almost every other month. It's a great thing.
You're adding
Sounds
to the
like me
storage.
with pictures.
I'm adding my storage. What's that, Tom?
You're adding to your storage.
I'm adding to my storage. Yeah, I have too much
know.
B-roll.
I hear you. I have too many pictures.
That's how it is. I look at a buddy of mine. I was talking to him the other day, and I'm like, "Hey, do you remember that photo from 2019?" He's like, "Yeah." It takes him 2 seconds to find that photo. I'm like, "How many photos do you have?" He's like, "I have 1,000." I'm like, "Oh, you do?"
1,000.
1,000. And I look at mine. I'm like, 20. And I'm like, oh, 20,000. I'm like, oh.
Where do you put those pictures?
And you feel bummed out about that?
No, I just I like to have all those different little memories. It's all the interviews I do. It's all my little things. Like, oh, remember this interview? Remember that interview?
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to Mania, it's like I said, I talked to close to 100 different people, 100 different stories, 100 different minds. A couple people actually were just that excited. They were emotional about it, and that's what I love to do. Is I want to connect with as many people as I can, and that's what I love about it, is that making the different connections that you can. It's a beautiful thing. And I know you were I know you guys were talking about doing the at the hockey game. You want to have him do some interviews.
Yep.
Those connections that you can make are just amazing. You never know what you're going to get from an interview.
Yeah.
Take every interview that
They
you
are
can.
priceless.
It's unpredictable, yeah.
They're unpredictable, but they're amazing.
Well, that's why they get these kids get flash drives now, so they can save them.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right. And the last intern we had from URI, his name skips me. That's terrible.
Sean?
Sean, thank you.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
God you came in today. He used to do Twitter updates.
Yeah.
And he was the same way like you guys. You want me to what? I said, go behind the desk. And I give him the script. And he says, because he thought he was just going to edit, last Saturday's show. So we're taking care of that. And he sees all these scores, right? He says, "Those ain't the scores you were on Saturday. Where'd those come from?" I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, it's all lacrosse. Yeah, we're gonna cover lacrosse." Well, yeah, I said, "No, you are." He says, "What do I do?" I said,
"Get out there." Yeah.
He says, "Oh, I didn't bring my 4D Sports Talk switch." I'm like, "It's okay. They'll know who you are. They'll see the lower third. They'll know who you are." So that's one thing we added to the internship that you guys didn't do.
Yeah, you're put on the spot. It could be any sport. It's not just the top 4.
And the good thing is, he's already done behind the scenes play-by-play for Taunton High. It's just a matter of now just getting him in there so he can put a name with a face with the name now.
Exactly.
And add that to his resume. You can see how he did before. Now that he realizes that I have his back, he'll be a lot more confident. You know what I mean? And he'll just wing it, do it his own way.
I will tell you, you'll notice the difference. I watched back my first game I called play-by-play. I watched my first interview, and I'm like, wow, I was shy. And then I'm watching myself now, and it's just like, wow, what a difference. It's really it's a huge difference. Yeah. It's a huge difference. Once you get that confidence, or once you're that comfortable, you got to be comfortable.
I've even noticed a few years ago when I was started doing broadcasting in 10th grade, and we had to do a game, and they want us to do a hit on the court or on the field before a football game, and we had to just there's you need to talk for 2 or 3 minutes and just go. And I was I noticed that was just that was rough those first couple times, but even then to now, it's just gone so much better. But so I can only imagine how it'll go for after that.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is when you do these different interviews, it's you go in with your set questions, right? But then I listen. The funny thing is, I want to listen. I want to make sure I'm okay. If they're saying something, I want to kind of repeat.
No,
it
exactly. Yeah.
What else can I add to it? It's
right. That's what I'm trying to teach
bullets,
them. Yeah.
You got your bullets, but it's if you have the opportunity to ask any other question, ask it. Don't be afraid to ask that question.
Because then it would flow better.
It will. Yeah. It will. Because I know there's some people that are robotic. Okay, it's how was the game?
Right.
What was your thoughts on the game today? There are those people, but it's if you're actively listening, and if you're actively picking apart the little conversation that you're getting from them, and you can repeat it back, go go with it. You got to throw it right back at them.
That sounds familiar, right?
Yep.
Highlight.
Because he always, that's what I tell him when we have a guest, like you, and they'll go back with their questions, and he already knows I'm going to ad lib, and you just explained it, you broke it down perfectly, and then eventually he'll get it, and then he'll be. He's already there. It's just a matter of him believing in himself as much as I believe in him. Lucy believes in him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And if the sports master doesn't pick on him too much, everything should be fine. But what else you guys have?
Sportsmaster, I haven't heard from you in a little bit. What's going on?
I went through all my questions.
You did? Oh man. So now it's your turn to ad lib.
Come on. You go. You got
this.
What do you got?
What do you think you like about your job the most?
Every day is not cookie cut. I will say it like that. Every day is a different day. Every day is a new day. So the news is never just, copy and paste. It's
so it never feels too repetitive?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Every day is not like the other. And that's what I love about it, is that some days you'll have a slow day, a slow news day, where it's everything's going smooth. And there are those days that are just hectic. Breaking news this, breaking news that. We got to get here, we got to get there. That's what I love about it, is that you're not just staying at a standstill. It's there are those moments that are the high moments, and there's those low moments where it's everything's just kind of smooth sailing. And that's what I love about it, and that's what is the drive about it, is that it changes every single day. Mm-hmm. You never know what you're going to get.
Plus, it's news.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's news,
Exactly. It's always
upcoming
new.
storm
tomorrow. Exactly.
Covering that.
So I'm sorry, I just said it before I forget, because a squirrel's going to come across the table, and I'll forget what my next question is. So you've always been an upbeat kid, even when I first met you.
I appreciate it.
And you're still doing upbeat stuff, and you don't unfortunately, you're not the type of person who will dive into a disaster area, because that's just not you.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to those reporters that do that for a living and say, how do you do that? How do you get on a story like that? Because that would break my heart. I think I'd start crying.
It's every
you know
day.
what I mean? If there's a tragedy, a house blows up, and unfortunately someone loses a couple siblings.
Have you ever had to do anything like that?
Me,
Somebody
no.
dies?
No.
Yeah,
I
but
have not.
Have you talked to any of those reporters? How do they have the will to do that? That would scare me.
It's the job. It's the nature of the job. You know, when you talk about the news, that's where you're kind of like signing up for. It's like you're signing up for those different things. You might have other intentions of what you want to do later on, but right now, like in the moment, it's like if that's your job, you got to go cover that.
Right.
And that's just something for me, like kind of like to circle it back. For me, it's like I want to branch off, like and do something positive. And I've explained it to people is that you have 30 minutes, maybe an hour to cover the news. You have everything. You got your sports, you got your major news, you got your like fires, whatever, you name it. What about 90 seconds to a minute of just something positive in the local community? Just something positive to kind of say to yourself, you know what, this is something I could watch. And it's in a different format too, and we're doing it in a digital format. And we just actually launched an app called the Now Local News app, where you can actually submit your news and you actually get points for it, which is actually really good. Yeah, so you can get points for it, get gift cards, anything like that. So, like, for example, for you, if you're at a game and you want to submit highlights, you can submit it on the Now Local News app and get points for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely talking after this.
We definitely are.
Sounds good.
I like the gift card thing.
And the salesman role comes back.
Right.
It's a whole marketing thing.
No, but back to what I was saying, it's like the whole social media market is out there now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, look at 10, 15 years ago when the news is like, you only thought of, okay, just looking at it on TV. Now you got KC over here going on
doing
TikTok. Doing TikTok. That's what I'm saying.
And we're
There's
on
news
Facebook.
right there.
And,
You got cameras right in your newsroom. You have cameras right
We
here.
didn't
in
have
your
them
studio.
before when you were here.
No, I remember I had to set those up. I had to set up the laptop, set up the camera.
That side, that was funny.
Me in the corner trying to hug the camera.
I remember that.
And hug the corner, hug the camera, make sure I got the shot. If this
Right.
whole line where I'm at right now is filled, you make sure you got every single one of them. But that's what I'm saying. The media, the market's changed, the media's changed.
Right. And you have to change.
You got to update
It evolves.
You got to evolve with the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to step away and take our last break. We'll come back with scores right after this.
Physical Therapy U. I'm Kelly Duggan, Doctor of Physical Therapy and the owner of PTU Clinic. Here at PTU, you're more than a patient and we're more than physical therapy. We offer massage, physical therapy, occupational therapy, personal training, and sport-specific performance training. We treat people and athletes of all ages and all levels of experience. Our beautiful 4,500 square foot facility located at 75 Scotland Boulevard in Bridgewater, Mass. is unlike any clinic you've seen. Our large space, along with our new COVID guidelines, allow us to treat you in the safest way. Your success in meeting your goals is our top priority. Whether you're recovering from a surgery or you're elevating your performance, we are the right clinic for you. Call us at 508-697-2000 or email us at ptuclinic@gmail.com. Check out our website at www.ptuclinic.com.
My junior year of college, I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
So my uncle, he works here for like 40 plus years, and he said, choose Diesel Direct, don't go nowhere else.
Lo que me inspiró a mí fue mi hijastro, cuando él se graduó con su CDE.
I was telling my stepdad and my brother, hey, you know, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I was showing them the type of income that I was making. The equipment that we have at Diesel Direct is the best.
I aim to go in the big unit, the tractor trailer, so I'm trying to work myself up.
I never really had a career before this, but I just want to do my job well and be accepted. And I feel like a lot of people, that's all they want, right? And you definitely get that here.
And we are back here for Deep Sports Talk, WARA 1320 AM. We've been interviewing KJ Albin from 86 News, but now it's time to do some sports headlines, some scores here. So Dominic Damiano is going to take it in with us and start us off with boys basketball.
All right, Bay State Conference. Brookline over Wellesley, 53-52. Walpole over Framingham, 64-38. Natick over Newton North, 60-58. Needham over Braintree, 59-38. Weymouth over, Milton, 60-46. Cape and Islands Conference, Wareham over Monomoy, 89-42. Dennis Shamroth over Nantucket, 66-52. Tri-County over St. John's Paul II, 57-29. Avon over Rising Tide Charter 77-36. Catholic Central, Bishop Fian beats Archbishop Williams 70-52. St. Mary's beats Cathedral 61-47. Cardinal Spellman beats Bishop Fenwick at home 62-46. Hockomock Conference, Franklin beats Taunton 75-58. Mansfield beats Oliver Ames 54-46. Sharon beats Foxborough 85-46. King Philip beats Attleboro 57-53. Stoughton beats Canton 50-44. Milford over North Attleboro 58-41. Mayflower League, Diamond over Atlanta's Charter 61-42. Blue Hills over South Shore Vogue 56-31. Patriot League, Pembroke over North Quincy 45-40. Situate over Quincy 74-56. Whitman Hanson over Hingham 60-54. Marshfield over Silver Lake 71-43. Duxbury over Plymouth North 60-46. Plymouth South over Hanover 67-52. South Coast League, Old Rochester over Seekonk 68-43. Somerset Berkeley over Fairhaven 77-44. Finishing up that conference, St. Joseph Case beats Greater New Bedford Volk 56-53. Dighton Rehoboth beats Bourne 92-67. Yikes. Whoa. Wareham over Monomoy 89-42. There's another one. Finishing up South Shore League, Abington over Mashpee 66-29. Cohasset over Hull 90-43. Norwell over East Bridgewater 66-43. Sandwich over Middleborough 55-53. Rockland over Randolph 56-39. Carver over Boston Prep 74-60. Finishing up Southeast Conference, Dartmouth over Brockton 62-57. Bridgewater and beats New Bedford 72-69. Tri-Valley, Hodgkinton over Westwood 67-59. Medfield over Norwood 70-62. Ashland over Holliston 49-45. Bellingham over Dedham 56-51. Dover Sherborne over Norton 53-51. Last boys game score, Millis over Medway 46-45. And here are the girls' results in high school basketball.
So we move into the Bay State Conference. Wellesley beats Brookline 68-52. Walpole over Framingham 52-40. Newton North beats Natick 60-40. Braintree beats Needham 33-24. Weymouth over Milton 47-27. Go to the Cape and Islands. Nauset beats Wareham 46-30. Monomoy beats Nantucket 53-24. In the Hockomock Conference, Foxborough over Sharon 76-26. Oliver Ames over Mansfield 48-41. And Mayflower Avon over Rising Tide Charter 41-11. Blue Hills 47. South Shore Vogue Tech 15. In the Patriot Conference, we have Hanover over Plymouth South 54-26. Pembroke over North Quincy 71-54. Quincy beats Situate 64-26. Plymouth North over Duxbury 52-47. Whitman Hanson over Hingham 37-34. Silver Lake beats Marshfield 52-37. Bourne over Dighton Rehoboth 68-31. Go to South Shore, Sandwich over Middleborough 66-43. Norwell over East Bridgewater 58-41. Abington over Mashpee 47-26. Cohasset beats Hull 49-27. In Southeast, Bridgewater Rainham beats New Bedford 68-62. Dartmouth over Brockton 56-38. Finishing up here in the Tri-Valley, Medfield over Norwood 52-25. Hopkinton over Westwood 46-32. Holliston over Ashland 57-31. Dedham beats Bellingham at close one 34-32. Dover Sherborne over Norton 54-51. And Medway beats Millis 51-37.
Great job, young man. So let's cancel that call. We have to drop that line. You can please call back, and I apologize. I've been saying this. 508-222-1320. TJ Albin, my old intern. Actually, Lucy's old intern, too, because she came over from Taunton. 508-222-1320. And again, I apologize for reaching over your shoulder. No, they just hung up their own call, so hopefully they'll call back. I'm checking my phone to see if it was anybody I was trying to call him, but I don't think so.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy is exactly right. So later tonight, we will have the Bridgewater Raynham and Whitman Hanson game live on the YouTube channel at Drop the Puck at 5:30. We'll be there setting up, and that should be a lot of fun. Then we have a game Wednesday and Saturday next week. So I'll get you guys the information and see who's available. Hopefully, we can have the whole crew. That'd be fun, and get the big guy behind the mic and have him do his due diligence or whatever they call it.
Good luck.
Thank you. That's really
Back in the
helpful.
hot seat.
Good job.
Another day in the hot
Can't
seat.
get out of it, no.
Too bad, but he's having fun. He hasn't even left the second week.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, having fun.
That's what it is.
That's what I try to do. I try to set up to have fun. I mean, I know sometimes I come across like I don't know what, but I've been told pretty scary at times, so I don't know. You got to keep it fun.
I do have to say I was scared at first.
You were?
I was like, what am I getting myself into here? Who is this guy anyway?
All at once, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was scared to death.
Jay, were you scared?
A little, yeah. I think everybody is.
You have that impact on everybody.
I'm throwing the mic right at him.
We're still here.
Throwing it right at him.
Right. Casey, how about you? Were you nervous at first?
I honestly am not sure.
Take that call. Press the button.
I was actually really excited to be being a part of this because I love being around sports that much.
Nice. Hi, you're first on 4 Deep Sports Talk.
Hello.
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 Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hi, do you have a question? Hi, what's going on?
Who do you have there today?
We have TJ Albin. He's a former intern.
And he's now working
Really?
for ABC 6.
He is.
Wow. Interesting.
Right?
Thank you.
Where's Mark? Are you are you Mark Clark? Or I can't get them straight. They're all. Where's Paul Haley been?
Oh, I don't know, hon. I think he's on a different time. He's probably on a different time and day. This is the sports show.
Oh, I don't do sports.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, this is Margaret Paradis. I'm friends with everybody on
Well, you should come.
WARA.
You got to come by Saturday and say hello. Then
You gotta stop.
we're on before Dave Kane.
You are?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. After. I'm sorry. Before that, 8 o'clock in the morning. But
Well, I live up at. It would be a long walk. I live up at Hope Gardens.
oh my goodness. Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're listening to
Well,
the sports show right now. Oh, you called into the sports show. That's fine.
So what's your name?
My name is Dominic Damiano.
She's doing the interview with you now.
Now she's doing the interview. She's doing a good job.
Live in the moment here.
Well, thank you. If you should see Paul Haley, tell him I said hi.
I will. I'll make sure his boss knows as soon as I get off the air.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you for the call, hon.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
And
That was great.
what was your name again? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Grandma.
All right, we have to get going. We got seconds left. We can cue up the music, right?
Yep.
All right. Hey, it's great to see you, young man.
Oh,
Good to see you. Thank you for having me.
wonderful
It's
to
a good
have you
time.
back
Yeah.
and
It
talk
was-
about your
I enjoyed this.
experiences.
It was.
over
Love to come
here.
back. Love to come back.
Right.
and talk more.
Absolutely. We'd
Yeah.
love to have you back.
Absolutely. Maybe we can get him on a play-by-play gig to help
There
out.
you go.
Get the whole.
There
right.
you go.
You don't have time for that.
Anyone you want to shout out to?
Yes.
Shout out my family. Shout out my mom, my Albin Team 5. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be living my dream.
Nice.
There you go.
There
Love
you
you guys.
go.
You want to
Thank
take
you
us
so
out?
much.
Sure, this was a wonderful Saturday here at 4 Deep Sports Talk, WRA 1320. Thank you for listening, and have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Saturday.
This presentation of 4 Deep Sports Talk is brought to you by PTU Clinic. Find out about Bridgewater and Buzzards Bay's newest physical therapy clinic and what they have to offer at ptuclinic.com. Adria Restaurant and Banquet Facility located at 436 Oak Street in East Bridgewater. Visit adriarestaurant.net. And by Diesel Direct, your reliable source for fuel delivery. Head over to dieseldirect.com for more.